Link's Columbo stories for television, focusing on a detective's quest to prove a culprit guilty of an apparently perfect crime. Or is something else going on? Green has questioned the ethics of the final scene, and in recent years a number of bloggers have debated Carr's approach to the moral issues raised by his storyline. In this introduction, I'm keen to avoid significant spoilers, but I can say that this is a novel in which Carr's ability to draw interesting and believable characters is to the fore. Perhaps the storyline reflects the fact that Carr, like his friends Agatha Christie and Anthony Berkeley, was preoccupied during the latter stages of the golden age of detective fiction with the profound question of whether murder can ever be justified. I first came across The Seat of the Scornful as a teenager when it appeared in Hamish Hamilton's excellent Fingerprint reprint series, but since then copies have been hard to find. This is a pity, because, as Jim Noy has said on his blog, The Invisible Event, the story's restrained execution and structure are so brilliantly without flaw that the more easily you dismiss it, the more you're falling into the very trap it lays. John Dickson Carr, 1906 to 1977, was an American who fell in love with England and an English woman, Clarice, whom he married in 1932 without letting his parents know, and spent much of his life in Britain. Although his early crime novels, featuring Henri Ben-Colin, were set in Paris, most of his major novels have an English background, and he created no fewer than 3 memorable detective characters in Fell, Sir Henry Merivale, and Colonel March, who were all Englishmen. Carr was elected to the Detection Club in 1936 and soon became its secretary. His sociable nature earned him the friendship of such diverse individuals as Christie, Berkeley, Dorothy L. Sayers, Val Gielgud, and Edmund Crispin. Carr is best known as a novelist, but he also wrote many entertaining short stories, as well as enjoying considerable success as an author of radio plays. His lifelong interest in true crime was reflected in his study of a famous case dating back to 1678, the murder of Sir Edmund Godfrey. An enthusiastic Sherlockian, he produced an important biography of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, as well as collaborating with Sir Arthur's son Adrian on a book of pastiches, The Exploits of Sherlock Holmes. This novel has long been out of print, perhaps because it lacks a locked room puzzle. But even though Carr was the supreme exponent of impossible crime mysteries, The Seat of the Scornful illustrates that there was more to him as a storyteller than that. Martin Edwards. www.martinedwardsbooks.com. A note from the publisher. The original novels and short stories reprinted in the British Library Crime Classics series were written and published in a period ranging, for the most part, from the 1890s to the 1960s. There are many elements of these stories which continue to entertain modern readers. However, in some cases, there are also uses of language, instances of stereotyping, and some attitudes expressed by narrators or characters which may not be endorsed by the publishing standards of today. We acknowledge, therefore, that some elements in the works selected for reprinting may continue to make uncomfortable reading for some of our audience. With this series, British Library Publishing aims to offer a new readership a chance to read some of the rare books of the British Library's collections in an affordable paperback format, to enjoy their merits, and to look back into the world of the 20th century as portrayed by its writers.